Hello YouTubers, Marky Mark678 here. A couple days ago, I put out a Q&A video just to see if you guys had any questions for me, get a little more of an idea about me if you wanted to. And I got a few responses here, so today we have part 2. We'll go over the questions and I'm going to try and answer them as best as I can. First question from Mad Woba. I think that's how you pronounce that. He says, do I display my figures? Yes and no. I have my room where I have stuff to display, and I'm always kind of changing it around, but it's very small, so I only have a certain amount of room to use. I have various things displayed in there, and if you look back at some of my early videos, I have a video that is a basic walkthrough of my room and shows the kind of stuff I have displayed in there right now, and it hasn't really changed much since I did that video. Every once in a while I'll think of a diorama or some kind of display I want to do, and I'll put that up until I get bored of it, and I'll change it around. But I do always have my vintage carded figures up on the walls, all in star cases. So those are some figures that are there. Next 3 questions are all from Ahsoka Padme 436. How long have I been collecting Star Wars? First memories of Star Wars figures, I can remember being in kindergarten, and a kid I knew, and he had a couple of the figures, and ever since I saw them, that was it. They were so cool looking. I was like, I had to have them. I started little by little bugging my parents and getting them, and so basically about 30 years. I'm 36 now, so about 30 years I've been collecting Star Wars. Long time. Next is, who is my favorite character? Well, I've always been about the heroes. I've always been about the good guys. And my favorite character is this guy here, Luke Skywalker, brilliantly played by Mark Hamill. Just always been my favorite from the beginning. Was always Luke. You know, as cool as Han is and Chewie and so on, I love Vader and Boba Fett. They're cool as well, but Luke's my guy. Their third question is, how many figures do I have? I wouldn't even want to begin to count that one. There's got to be hundreds. So many figures, especially from like 95, 96 when Power of the Force 2 line started. And you know, figures have been coming out so often, and there's just been so many coming out. It's just like crazy. So hundreds, yeah, a lot. Next few questions are from the Budget Jedi, and he asks, why YouTube? I guess he means why I started doing videos on YouTube. I work at a supermarket, and every year on Halloween we're allowed to dress up in costume. And I took a short video of a couple people just kind of goofing around, having a little fun. I thought it was funny, so I decided to put it up on YouTube, and I made my channel Marky Mark678. I had no intentions of doing Star Wars videos at the time, or reviews, or anything like that. So that's why my YouTube name is not Star Wars related in any way. So that video is gone, though. You can't find it. It's just not very entertaining. Nobody ever looked at it. So, but that's YouTube. Favorite figures, again, goes back to my favorite character. My all-time favorite figure is the Bespin Fatigues Luke. Whether it be the original figures from the 80s, which I have several loose. I have both variants on the card, both variants of the card carded, Uh, all new versions, whenever they've come out, particularly the that vintage collection, Bespin Luke is just amazing. So as soon as I saw that, I had to get that. So Bespin Luke, and really any of the vintage style figures, because they are like the definitive versions of those characters. You know, if I thought about it, I might come up with some other figures there, but that are my favorites. But Bespin Luke. What figures am I looking for? I'm fairly caught up. There are figures that I think I haven't quite seen in the stores yet. Certainly the Savaggio Press figures when they come out. I've seen so many reviews on the Republic Commando figures, and they just look so awesome, so I definitely want to get a hold of those one day. There's a couple Force Unleashed figures. Maris Brood and the Battle Damage Vader have eluded me. There were these recent like figure packs or vehicle packs. There was the Clone Wars Deluxe Separatist Droid Speeder with Battle Droid, and the Scout Speeder with ARF Trooper. I've seen a bunch of reviews on those. I'd really like to get my hands on those. I know there's some new vintage carded figures coming out, some waves that'll be coming within the next month or so, and there's some figures in there I'd want. You know, again, if I took the time, I could probably come up with another 100 figures that I would want over the years. There's so many, can't possibly get them all, you know. How did I get into Star Wars? Again, goes back to what I said in kindergarten with the figures. And I didn't see the first two films until later on when they were on TV and video. But 83 was when it really hit home. I saw Return of the Jedi in the theater with my dad, 8 years old, and I was just blown away, because seeing on TV is one thing, but then to see Darth Vader on the big screen was just like with the helmet and the music and the whole, just huge. And so many great scenes in there. You got the skiff battle scene when Luke gets his lightsaber from R2 and he turns it on and it's green instead of like red or blue. For some reason that just amazed me. Like, a green lightsaber just fascinated me for some reason. Not sure why. Then you got the whole speeder bike chase and all the other stuff, space battle, and the Ewoks. Yes, many people don't like the Ewoks. I was 8. I loved the Ewoks at the time. To be honest, I still do. So that's from the Budget Jedi. 101 Jenko says, will I ever trade, sell, or give away figures? Trading, I'm not sure if I want to do that. I have sold. My collection's gotten really huge, and and so I have sold figures from time to time, a little bit on eBay, but I just don't have the time. You know, I've done some flea markets, so I have sold some stuff. Every year at my job, they have a Toys for Tots bin, and I always go through my collection and put some stuff in there. I figure, you know, the stuff's sitting in a bin, and there are underprivileged kids that can get use out of it. So if I can get rid of some of that stuff that way and help some kids, hey, I think that's a great idea, personally. And last is from Commander Bevan, asks, do I have a carded Stormtrooper Luke Skywalker? I have some newer ones. As far as he may be thinking of the vintage Luke, I have a loose vintage Stormtrooper Luke. I do not have a carded one. That would be like my holy grail of collecting. So if I could ever get one of those, that, you know, it was the Bespin Luke on a card. Now it would be the Stormtrooper Luke. I would love to get my hands on that one day. That's a goal there. well, that's about all the questions, and I hope I answered them sufficiently for you guys. And I want to thank everyone that has ever commented or rated or subscribed on any of my videos. I love any kind of feedback. And to the people here, Mad Woba, Ahsoka Padme 436, Budget Jedi, 101 Genko, and Commander Bevan, who commented on this video, I thank you for your questions. I hope you liked the answers. And until then, that's about it for this Q&A video. Maybe I'll do another one one day, who knows. But until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.